Phil, through to the next stage of the FA Trophy, but Halesowen gave Harriers a tough ask today.
Really good game of football. I really enjoyed it. You know, people talk about international breaks and you need to go and see, you know, lower league football or non-league football. My word, if you had to come today as a neutral, you would have gone, I'm having this all day long. I really, as a manager, I enjoyed the challenge of trying to take on a former manager of Kidderminster Harriers, Russell Penn, and I've got nothing to say but great things about Russell. I think he's got his team organised, he's got them physically fit. He played tactically a great battle in the first half, especially when I couldn't get to grips with what system they were playing. We quickly changed our system, probably, I'm saying quickly, should have changed it earlier, but changed it about 30 minutes into the game and then arrested the situation that we found ourselves in, which was a goal behind. But they deservedly were a goal up. However they were playing, they were pressing us. I didn't think he would press us because he was here on Tuesday night, but he showed definitely a pair of gonads for sure, for to go in my face and try and stop us from playing, which he did do. He stifled. And credit to Halesowen. Unfortunately for them, the quality that we showed in the second half and drive and determination and some of the stuff that we've got in our locker at the moment is to be admired. You know, I think we've gone toe-to-toe, having gone behind, we've gone toe-to-toe with a very decent side who's in good form. You know, they've won 7 out of the last 10 games. They've got a winning mentality, they've got a winning formula. They had 2 of the players that were playing in the last league game that were suspended for this game, so they would have been even stronger. I'm glad we played as strong a team as we possibly could to get the result that we did, and I'm not saying we deserved it. You know, people can talk about the chances we created and this, that and the other. We put the ball in the back of the net twice and they put it in the net once, so we've won the game. But I was preparing, no doubt in my mind, I was preparing for penalties. It was a great performance from both teams, and I've got to say it, 4,000 supporters. Wow, what a turnout, and from both Halesowen supporters and Kidderminster Harriers. You know, it has to be said, the atmosphere was a proper battle, proper game of football, and I'm just delighted we've got through.
Kirby Hall will get the plaudits for the winning goal, and in many ways deserving of it, because he kept going and he didn't have the best of luck in front of goal until right at the death.
Kobe's, when you think about it, he's a 6'3", 18-year-old with bags of energy, striker. He's got pace, he's got power, he's got a finish. There's lots to admire about Kobe Hall. He's been on loan to a couple of clubs so far this season. He's scored goals wherever he's gone. I've had conversations with his parents. He's well looked after. He's a lovely young gentleman. But when he crosses that white line, he wants to win. And that's the best thing I can say about Kobe. And he's got himself the winner today. And honestly, if Amari had cheered him off the pitch, it would have been deserved, because, you know, at the end of the day, he's come on as a young lad and he's got himself the winning goal in a cup tie against local rivals. He's growing in stature. I'm not going to go overboard about Kobe Hall, because at the end of the day he's 18, and that's the key to it all. You know, he'll have his highs, he'll have his lows. Today's a massive high for him, and getting the winner for Kidderminster Harriers in a cup tie. You can't write the script at times.
He left one player in terms of Zach Brown. An injury to Ben Beresford. I saw him walking around in a bit of a cast. Can you update us on that, Phil?
We're not having the best of luck at the moment, and I know a lot of people think, why didn't you play your strongest team in a cup competition, whether it be the FA Trophy, the FA Vars, the FA Cup? And managers are always wary about game situations, and I was today. I was thinking, we've got a suspension to Zach Brown for next game, so I was trying a new combination in midfield, and I've got injuries in the background that I've got to prepare for over a period of time. I've got a game behind closed doors on Tuesday for the likes of Paul Downing to get some kind of match fitness into him. I could have thrown him in at the deep end today. If he had started today without any kind of match practice, he would have been a fish out of water, you know. So it was a wise decision, even if I say so myself, not to play Paul from the start. But he will get 90 minutes, or he'll get some minutes in a decent game on Tuesday. And the same was going to apply to Ben Beresford, but unfortunately he got injured in training. We're going to have to run the risk over injuries in training, because we're trying to build robustness, we're trying to build resolve within the group. We've witnessed resolve in terms of the performance today and the result, but every so often you've got to pick up injuries and I keep on saying it to the squad, wait for your chance. When your chance comes along, take it. Seb got an early shout when he wasn't expecting to go on. Seb came on and grabbed his shirt to a certain extent. 2 internationals away on duty. Toby Obadei is grabbing his shirt and all of a sudden he picks up a hamstring injury. So I've got to piece together the picture when it comes to the big game, which is Scarborough next week. Not Port Vale behind closed doors, but at the same time, minutes are important. Players' fitness levels are important. Players' welfare is important. And that's the reason why I bang the squad drum to the chairman and saying I need 20, 22 players, 2 in each position. Everybody's going to play a part this season, there's no doubt about it, but I want them to play a part in a team that plays that type of football today. I thought one thing he did witness was resolve, and I thought the team showed a resilience against decent opposition today to win the game.
So the Divine and with Beresford another day, are they going to be long-term injury deaths, or is it too soon to be able to tell that?
I can't answer that question at the moment. I'm hoping that Toby's intercepted it with the experience that he's got. He's intercepted a longer-term injury by saying that his hamstring was tight at half-time. What he should have said was bring me off at half-time and don't go out the second half, because you're going from a cold environment back to a supposedly a warm environment, but you've got to get yourself warm for that situation. He's limped out 50 minutes into the game, and as I say, it gives somebody else an opportunity. But Rhys Devine, the poor lad, I was just saying, he's on the verge of signing a new contract, and he's got himself his first goal, and he was going to go home a hero to a certain extent, and then the second chance comes along and he pulls his thigh, or it looks like he's pulled his thigh. But let's have a look at it, let's assess the situation over the next 48 hours. But during the week, next week, it's all about rest and recuperation. It's going to be about wrapping people up in cotton wool so that we can get our strongest team out against Scarborough. And if that includes a game against Port Vale because you need one, then so be it. But let me be the judge of that, and then hopefully we can get the strongest team we've got against Scarborough and try and carry on with this winning streak.